Hey guys! Do you want to know about what check fuel fill inlet means? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about what does check fuel fill inlet mean. And yes, welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we get started, please make sure you watch the video until the end, so you can find what does check fuel fill inlet mean. And also subscribe with the notification bell turned on so you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. What does check fuel fill inlet mean? The fuel tank cap is a plastic part that covers the fuel filler hole. This prevents fuel from leaking out of the tank and into your engine bay. A damaged or missing fuel tank cap can lead to a fuel leak, decreased fuel economy, and even damage the EVAP system, thus displaying the check fuel fill inlet on the dashboard. EVAP stands for Evaporative Emissions Control System. This system collects vaporized fuel vapors from the exhaust stream and stores them in the fuel tank. These fumes are then ignited under normal driving conditions. However, if the fuel tank cap is damaged or missing, the system may not function properly. This rubber tends to wear down over time, especially if you regularly drive off-road. If you notice that your gas cap is worn out, it may be time to replace it. Usually, the smell of fuel emanating from your vehicle is one of the first signs that the fuel cap has a problem. When the fuel cap is not closed properly, fuel vapors can escape into the environment, leaving behind a fuel odor. What does check fuel fill inlet mean? The check fuel fill inlet is a device used to introduce air into the gas tank of a car. It is located at the bottom of a vehicle's gas tank and is accessible through the filler neck. A fuel fill inlet is usually covered by a cap, which has a small hole in the center. This hole allows air into the tank while preventing any liquids from entering the tank. If your dashboard displays a check fuel fill inlet, check the EVAP system to ensure it is working correctly. If the EVAP system is not working correctly, then there could be air being pulled into the engine compartment through the intake manifold. This can cause damage to the engine if left unchecked. The check fuel fill inlet will open up and let the gas flow into your car if there is not enough gas in your tank. Here are some common symptoms to look for and what you should do if you notice them. Low fuel economy, poor performance, power loss, and rough idle are all issues. If your check engine light comes on, it could mean one of several things, including a check fuel inlet problem. Other warning signs are fuel tank cap warning light. This light comes on when the fuel tank cap is not securely fastened. This can happen when the cap is loose, or when the cap has been removed and replaced incorrectly. When the light turns on, check the fuel tank cap for proper installation. If the cap is not properly installed, tighten the bolts until they are tight. Fuel leakage. If the light stays on after tightening the bolts, then there may be a gasoline leak. Check the area around the gas filler hole for any gasoline stains. If there are any, clean them off immediately. EVAP system damage. If the light continues to stay on even after tightening the bolts, the EVAP system may have been damaged. Check the EVAP system for any leaks. If there are any leaks, repair them immediately. How do you fix the check fuel fill inlet? The check fuel fill inlet indicator that appears on the dashboard of your car will not go away on its own. To eliminate the issue, you'll need to put in a lot of effort. You can attempt any of the following options if the check fuel fill inlet alert displays on your vehicle's dashboard. Check to make sure the fuel tank is properly closed. Stop your car on the roadside and check your fuel tank as soon as the warning, check fuel fill inlet, comes on your dashboard. Make sure it's closed properly. The tank may leak evaporative emissions if it's not properly covered. Replace the cap that has been removed. If a cap is missing, replace it right away to avoid gas leaks or impurities getting into the evaporative emission system. Clean the fuel filler inlet. To prevent junk buildup, you should scrape the fuel fill inlet regularly. Debris surrounding the fuel fill entrance might cause the flaps to not close properly, resulting in leaks. If you're unsure about doing this yourself, you can always take your car to a mechanic. Is check fuel fill inlet dangerous? If you are driving around and you notice or someone told you that you have a leaky fuel tank, kindly stop the vehicle immediately. The leaking fuel tank can cause serious damage to your car. When you drive around with a leaky tank, you put yourself and others in danger. A damaged fuel pump can lead to many problems. First, you will notice that your engine will start to make a loud noise while you are driving. You will also notice that your engine will run rough. These symptoms mean you need to have your vehicle checked out straight away. As soon as the warning, check fuel inlet, appears on your display, pull over and check your fuel tank. If not, check if it's closed properly. What does check fuel fill inlet mean for the Ford Fusion? The Ford Fusion fuel inlet check warning indicates that the fuel inlet may not be closed properly or the fuel cap or fuel inlet may be defective. Damage to the fuel inlet or incorrect position of the fuel cap can cause reduced fuel economy, fuel leaks, and other EVAP system problems. What does check fuel fill inlet mean on a Ford Explorer? When you see a check fuel fill inlet on your Ford Explorer, what it simply means is that the ECM has detected a pressure leak in your Explorer's fuel tank, with the check fuel inlet warning showing on your dashboard. The most common cause of this issue is a missing, improperly fastened, or damaged fuel cap. How to reset check fuel fill inlet indicator. To reset your check fuel fill inlet, take the following steps. Remove the air filter from your car's intake manifold. 2. Place the new air filter in the engine compartment. 3. Close the hood and turn the ignition switch to the ACC position. 4. Turn the key to the on position and wait for the check engine light to come on. 5. Wait about 5 minutes after turning the key to the on ACC position. 6. After waiting 5 minutes, turn the key to the off position. 7. If the check engine light does not come on, you have successfully reset your fuel fill inlet. 8. Repeat steps 1 to 7 as needed. 9. If you still have problems, contact your local dealer or mechanic. 10. This procedure should only be performed at authorized dealers. Be sure to close the fuel tank tightly. Also replace a missing cap. Clean the fuel filler hole. To prevent leakage, tighten the lid of the jar. Be sure to replace the damaged fuel cap. What's the fuel fill inlet replacement cost? The cost of replacing your fuel fill inlet can vary depending on what type of vehicle you own. The typical cost to replace a fuel fill inlet is $200 to $300. What does check fuel fill inlet mean on a 2012 Ford Fusion? If the check fuel fill inlet lamp or check fuel fill intel message. What does check fuel fill inlet mean on a Ford Mustang? The check fuel fill inlet issue is well known to the Ford brand. The Ford Mustang is not exceptional. When a check fuel fill inlet appears on your Ford Mustang, check the flap on the fuel inlet. Insert the funnel and pull it out. Make sure the flap closes and it is clean. Try doing a system check to see if that solves the problem. If that doesn't work, you can always unplug the battery for a few minutes to completely reset all of your sensors. That should clear up, so let the car idle for 5 minutes after that. How serious is the check fuel fill inlet? Normally, you can drive a car that is showing a checked fuel fill inlet. However, you must not drive for several hours before you examine the issue. Driving for too long can cause further problems in the EVAP system. An EVAP system leak can cause a variety of symptoms, such as, while driving, there is a surge, stalling, engine stuttering or misfiring, no power, and a lot of smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe. Can I drive with a check fuel fill inlet? Yes. But don't drive too far before solving the problem. The car may not crash on the highway, but performance will be sluggish. How much does it cost to fix a fuel fill inlet? The costs of fixing a fuel fill inlet depend on the vehicle type. On average, it can cost anywhere from $300 to $1,500 to replace, and it depends on the part you're fixing. One of the most common alerts your car will display from time to time is, check fuel fill inlet. If this appears in your vehicle, stop the car to examine the fault. To fix the fuel fill inlet problem, make sure that you close the fuel fill inlet in the fuel tank properly, and also replace any broken fuel caps. In this video we have discussed what the check fuel fill inlet means for Ford Fusion, as well as how much it will cost to fix a fuel fill inlet issue, how to fix check fuel fill inlet, and how do I reset my check fuel fill inlet. I just hope this video was of help to you. Make sure you stay on the channel for more informative videos like this. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments box below. Also subscribe and turn on the post notification too. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.